The amazing Lewis and Clark expedition. Voyage of discovery to the northwest. 45 men, a young woman, a baby, 2 years, 4 months, 10 days, 7,689 miles, over 1 million words. The greatest land expedition in all of American history. Starting at the very time that we had acquired the great Louisiana Territory, 800,000 square miles. The United States is now beginning to make its move beyond the Mississippi River, heading to the west. 2 captains, 3 sergeants, and a crew made up of men from the U.S. Army, of French voyageurs who were hired on to help carry the big keel boat and the pirogues up the river, the mighty Missouri. A couple of men who had Indian mothers and white fathers, interpreters, sign talkers, a man who could work in metal, another who was a wonderful carpenter, somebody who could play music, men that were great hunters. Every one of them, though, buying into a mission that they knew was going to be very, very difficult, and it was. You think of the world that we live in today with instantaneous communication, able to fly unbelievable distance and nothing flat. These guys had to take on a mission that was going to be very, very difficult. As President Thomas Jefferson pointed out, 2 years, 4 months, 10 days, discover, locate, explore, find out about all the Indian tribes. I want to know about the plants and the animals. I want to know about the customs of the tribes. I want to know about the economic possibilities, particularly in the fur business. And I really want to know if there's a river to the west that will take us all the way from the mighty Mississippi and the Missouri all the way to the Pacific coast and the possibility of trade with the Orient. When the expedition took off, whatever they carried with them was all that they had. There was no logistical tail, no supply line, carrying literally 38 tons worth of goods as they started, going against the current of old misery, the mighty Missouri, all the way to the Mandan villages between May and October of 1804, spending a long winter and then traveling from central North Dakota all the way to the Pacific coast, and then spending 133 days with 13 days of partly cloudy or a little bit of sunshine on the Pacific coast at Fort Clatsop. Then turning around and heading for home, just like wild ponies trying to get back as quick as they could. Now within a couple of years, Meriwether Lewis is dead. A number of the other members of the expedition have either passed away or moved on. Who knows what happened. William Clark will end up playing a major role in American history all the way up until 1838 when he dies. He'll be the governor of Missouri Territory, superintendent of Indian Affairs. Before it is done, he will see to the writing of the wonderful journals. 1 million words that we have, 5 journal sets of the men. There were at least 7 literate men on the expedition. We know a tremendous amount of what their experiences were like. Day after day, whatever kind of issue they were up against, they would just say, we proceed on, and they would take the next step in the journey to the west to find out about what is out there. In a way, it's the same thing about what we're all about. Our own journey of discovery, of wonderment, of trying to find out about the things we don't know about. If there's one word that stands out about this whole thing, it was the curiosity of Thomas Jefferson, and that same curiosity that was passed on to Captains William Clark and Meriwether Lewis and all the members of the expedition. Of all of the great Western stories, in many ways the greatest story of exploration, along with man going to the moon, is the Lewis and Clark expedition. The voyage of discovery to unknown spaces, the Northwest.